Cool. Starting out the playoffs on a 1-6 run. Let's talk some more basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and thank goodness it is a new week. We were absolutely obliterated over the weekend. 1-6 on Saturday and Sunday. The playoffs hit us hard. We're going to make some adjustments and bounce back. Obviously, great season, but that was just not a good couple days. Saturday, one of the worst days we've had all year. 0-4. Sunday, break-even day. Went 1-2, but hit our only one-unit play. We'll go over all that in the recap in just a little bit. But as you guys know, the MLB Best Bets video, that will also be out after this one for the Monday slate, so go be sure to check that out. But any graphics you see in this video, they're from an app called OUTLIER. It is awesome. The best betting research tool on the market today. All you got to do is click the link below. You get a 7-day free trial. So let's get into it. And that means it's dad joke time. Here we go. What do you call two monkeys that share an Amazon account? Prime mates. Alrighty. In this video, we're going to recap that awful weekend. And then we're going to talk game 2 of the Pistons and Knicks, and then game 2 of the Clippers and Nuggets. I'm going to give my 3 best bets total between those 2 games, and then, of course, we'll finish it with the recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below if you to help this channel continue to grow. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and also go join that Discord. The link is below. Almost 5,000 people in it. It's completely free to join. So let's turn this around. Rough weekend. We flush it. We move on. This kind of stuff happens, but let's have a great week. So let's get this party started, and that means it's recap time. All right, there it is. We show all the days. Unfortunately, I don't want to tell you about Saturday, but we have to. The first one, Kawhi Leonard over 30.5 points plus rebounds. I don't know what to tell you. He was used as a decoy. He was thrown in the corner sometimes and just didn't do anything. And he had 28 with overtime help, but it was ugly. I'd hope they use him differently this game, but he did not get the job done. Second one, Jokic under 9.5 assists. He got it done. I mean, he had 9 with 3 or 4 minutes left to go in the game, and then got his 10th, I think, with like 2.5 minutes or something like that. And then they had more in overtime, but either way, he just got the job done. Bad read there. Giannis over 7.5 assists. He ended with 1. Who in the world could have saw that coming? He had 10 plus like in 5 of the 6 games. He ended with 1. His teammates were horrendous, and they got blown out. So terrible read there. Rudy Gobert over 22.5 points plus rebounds. Before that game started, I knew how it was going to go. I mean, with how my day was going, Gobert was not used for anything on offense. He was atrocious on offense, to be honest. But you know what? They didn't need him because they absolutely crushed the Lakers in game 1. Sunday, Davion Mitchell, the first 1-unit play of the day, over 4.5, or the only 1-unit play, over 4.5 times. He cashes in the third quarter easily for us. He continues to cash. And Alperen Sengun, over 10.5 rebounds. He had about 5 in the first 6 minutes of playing. He ended with 9. I don't know what to tell you guys. It was I thought he was going to sky over this after watching the first 10 minutes. Paolo Banchero under 37.5 PAs. He told me to shove it. He absolutely told me to shove it, and he had one heck of a game as they kept it close for a little while, and then the Celtics pulled away. But either way, break-even day on Sunday. Saturday was just one of those days where it was terrible, and we got to be better. So there's a playoff record now, 6-10. We go from up to down 2.49 units. Overall, under tracker 83-61. And then, of course, the regular season record still there, 311 and 250, up 29 units. So that is the weekend bets recap. Now it's time for game number 1. All right, this first one takes us out to Madison Square Garden, where the Knicks host the Detroit Pistons in game 2. Knicks minus 6.5. Total in this one is 221.5. Game 1, real quick. Pistons had a 98-90 lead with around 9 minutes left in the game, and then the Knicks went on a 21-0 run. Brunson went absolutely nuts. Pistons overall had 19 turnovers to the Knicks 9. Cade did not shoot well. We'll talk about that in a second. Pistons still had an 8-point lead in the fourth quarter. Knicks got 25 points off of those turnovers, and then Campaign also added a nice 11 points in the fourth quarter. Now, the Pistons defense has slipped a little bit, but we're going to talk about that here in a bit. I have 2 best bets for this game, and this first one is in over 221.5. It's going to be a half unit play for me here at minus 110 on FanDuel. The Pistons, they used to be a top 10 defense, but like we talked about, they have been slipping a little bit lately. The last 10 regular season games, 22nd defensive rating, giving up the 10th most points per game at 117.2. They have now given up 119 or more in 8 of the last 12 games. They already gave up 123 to the Knicks in game 1. 9 of the last 10 Pistons road games have gone over 221.5. So a huge hit rate when they're on the road. I cannot talk today, apparently. These teams have played 5 times this year now. 4 of the 5 games have gone over this line. I just think it's too low. And the only under, guess what? It ended on 221. So they have never played in all 5 games a game that went lower than 221. Knicks have been average defensively last 10 games as well. Now, just matchup wise, if Cade Cunningham can get going a bit more, this Pistons offense could take off. Obviously, he did not shoot well, went 8 for 21. I just don't think either team matches up great defensively, especially against a pick and roll and all that. So I see a lot of points again here. So give me the over 221.5 again in this series. That is my first best bet. Now, my second best bet, it's the Cadester. Give me Cade Cunningham over 35.5 points plus assists at -120 on DraftKings. This is a 1-unit play for me here. He struggled shooting in game 1. We all know that, but I still think he looked fine, other than making shots. The Knicks didn't look like they were doing anything special to him compared to the regular season. It's not like they were sending double teams or anything like that. They weren't making life super hard. So game 1 numbers, 8 of 21, like we said. He still had 33 PAs. I mean, he was right by this number. He had 12 assists on a huge 20 potential assists. So you'd love to see that. Played 39 minutes like you expect in the playoffs. You expect guys like Cade Cunningham to play around 40 minutes. And he's shown all season he can go over this line when he plays big minutes. In games with 36 or more minutes, how about this screenshot? Over in 68% of games. So I expect close to 40 minutes again. Matchup before game 1, if you guys don't remember, Cade went over this in 3 straight games versus New York. And not just over, he had 44, 40, and 44 PAs. So obviously 40 plus in 3 straight games. That was on 35, 32, and 34 minutes. Again, we are expecting around 40 now. He just had the 20 potential assists in game 1, turned that into 12 dimes. Knicks do not defend that pick and roll very well. I think as long as Cade can have a decent shooting night, he should get right around 40 PAs again. I love this line. So give me Cade over 35.5 PAs, points plus assists. That is my second best bet. And let's move on to game number 2. All right, the second one takes us out to Denver, Colorado, where the Nuggets host the LA Clippers. Clippers -1. Total in this one is 217. Really quick preview. Nuggets won a wild, close one in game 1 in overtime. Couple big plays by Russell Westbrook, hitting a 3, getting a steal at the end of the game. But now we have a small favorite with the Clippers. Really, the line didn't move too much. But let's talk about it with my best bet here. So it's going to be the Clippers money line. That's right. You guys know how I feel about this team. -115 on DraftKings for a half unit here. So I bet the Clippers, huge odds. That's why to win the West. I'm going to back them here again. So in game number 1, they had 20 turnovers to Denver's 11. That's unusual for them, and it led to the Nuggets outscoring the Clippers 29-9 in points off turnovers. And what happened? They still just lost by 2 in overtime on the road. Now, this is a team in the Nuggets. You do not want to give them transition easy buckets off turnovers because they can run with the best of them. They have an incredible transition offense. They love to get out and run. So feeding them turnovers just made it that much easier. And honestly, it kept them in the game. I'm going to bet that we are not going to get 20 Clippers turnovers again. Clippers also made some just mental errors in general. And Nuggets needed all of that to squeak out a home win in overtime. Ty Lue is the better coach here. Obviously, the other one's an interim coach, but I think he's going to make the adjustment. I mean, Kawhi has to be used more. He had a 6-minute stretch. I don't know if I mentioned this in the recap, where he had no stats recorded. He literally was just running to the corner. I don't understand the offense. I know Zubac is making having a big role here with James Harden, the pick and roll and all that, but they got to get him going a little bit more. He can't be invisible like that. So Clippers have not lost consecutive games since the first week of March. Think about that. That's pretty crazy. Zubac is one of the few guys that can make Jokic work. I thought he played him pretty well. Obviously, Joker's going to get some of his points and all that kind of stuff, but I've been impressed by him. He's actually played him well in a lot of games this season. It's not going to be easy winning Denver, obviously, but I'm going to ride, these veterans and James Harden, Kawhi, Zubac, and this crew to hopefully make less mistakes here in game 2 and take it away and get a 1-1 split on the road. So give me the Clippers on the money line. That is my third and final best bet for today. But before we get out of here, let's check out that recap. All right, these are the 3 best bets. Over 221.5 in the Pistons Knicks, -110 on FanDuel for half unit, and then Cade Cunningham over 35.5 points plus assists. That is a 1-unit play, -120 on DraftKings, and the Clippers on the money line, -115 for a half unit to take game 2. So any added plays will be in the pinned comments below on X and on Discord. Like always, let's get some freaking winners. I want to put Saturday in the rearview mirror, that's for sure. But thank you guys, as always, for watching. Also, hope you guys had a great Easter weekend as well. But hope you have a great Monday, and we'll talk to you soon.